Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. Today in this class I will make you to learn how to create one simple class in the Python as well as for that class how to create the object in the Python. Python is one of the object oriented programming languages. In this object oriented programming language, it is mandatory to learn what is a class and objects in the Python. Why? Because this class and as well as object concept is playing very crucial role in any object oriented programming. First of all, try to concentrate what is a class. A class is a user defined data structure. So within that class we can bind the data members and methods into a single unit. That means it is acting as a container. Within that we can hold the collection of attributes. We can simply call them as data members, and as well as we can put together, we can add some methods also. So the combination of variables and methods together to form a single unit, we can simply call it as a class. And it is acting as a blueprint or the code template for creating n number of objects. Using this class, you can create as many objects as you want. Don't worry, I will show you one diagram so that you can easily understand. Now, coming to the object. Object is the real life entity. It is a real world entity which is physically existing in the current market and which is acting as an instance for the class. And in this object, we can hold the attributes and as well as the methods. So object is acting as a simple container. Within that object we can hold at a time, we can hold the attributes as well as the methods. We can use this object of a class to perform certain actions. So for the class we can create n number of objects, and with the help of that n number of objects you can share all the variables and as well as the methods. Now objects are having two important characteristics. The first characteristic is the object is having the state information, and as well as the every object is having some behavior. So state information in the sense attributes are representing the state information, and as well as methods are representing the behavior of the object. So in short, if you want to categorize what are the important characteristics which are available in the object, so there are three important characteristics. Every object is having its own identity, as well as every object has some state information. State information in the sense here collection of attributes are the variables which are describing something about that attribute or the object, and as well as the behavior. Behavior in the sense we can decide the behavior of the object based upon certain actions. So in the object we can have some set of methods or the actions which are describing the behavior of the given object. Now let me try to show you one diagram. So all of you please observe, in this diagram you can easily understand what is the indication. Let me try to show you the diagram. 1 minute please. Now all of you please observe. So it is a simple class. The class name itself is person. So in this person class, a class is acting as a container. Within that we can hold the state information and the behavior of the respective objects. Now in this person class we are maintaining some state information which is in the format of name of the person, age of the person, and as well as address of the person. And in the similar format in this class itself it has some behavior. The behavior will be which is in the format of the working nature of the person and as well as the studying nature of the person. Now this class is acting as a blueprint or the template which is going to hold some set of methods. Now so it is acting as a unit. In this unit we are holding the state information of the objects and as well as the behavior of the objects. Now as per this class it is acting as a blueprint to create the objects. So here all of you please observe, we are providing some set of objects. So let us assume P1 is a one object. It is the unique identity of the object, and in this object it is exhibiting the same state information and the behavior, but the content with respect to the object is completely different. Try to observe. So this P1 object is accessing the state information from the given class. The name of the first object is Ravi and the age of the first object is 23, and as well as the address of the first object is Hyderabad. If you are going to consider another object P2 which is also accessing the same set of state information from the given class, but here for this object the state information will be completely different. The attributes which are describing about this P2 object is completely different. So the P2 object, the P2 person name is Sunita and her age is 21, as well as her address is Bangalore. So here these two objects are accessing the same state information from the given class, but every object has its own information. Please try to observe carefully. As well as coming to the behavior. So the two objects are accessing the two set of methods, working nature and study. But if you are going to consider the first object, with respect to the first object, the working nature of the first object is working as a software engineering so and so company, and as well as study nature is he can have the ability to study up to 8 hours per day. Whereas if you are going to consider person 2, so her capacity is, so now presently she was working as a teacher in so and so college, and her ability to study here is 3 hours per day. So here different objects are having different behavior, different set of actions are performing by the different objects. Now the collection of all these objects, we can simply create one template. The template itself is a class. So the class is acting as a blueprint to create some set of objects. In these objects we are accessing the state information from the class and as well as the behavior from the class. Now this is the simple example. So with this example, I think you got the complete information regarding what is a class and as well as what is a object. Every object has three important characteristics. One is every object has its own unique identity. Here the identity is P1 is the first object identity, P2 is the second object identity. And coming to the next characteristic is every object is having some state information. State information in the format of set of attributes or variables or properties. Here the properties are name, age and address. In the second object also we are having the same name, age and address are the state information regarding the P2 object. And the third characteristics of the object is, so every object has some set of actions which are going to describing something about the behavior of the object. So here the set of methods are work and study. With this, I hope you got the complete information regarding what is a class and what is the object in the Python. Thank you. Thank you.